Okay, when you come to the SAP on-premise version, how do you log in into SAP? So you can log in into SAP in two ways. You can log in using SAP Logon. SAP Logon is this application that is installed on your desktop, and you can also log in SAP using SAP Fiori. Now, Fiori is nothing but it is a web app. It is a web-based login. Web-based login. When you have given the access of web-based login, that means SAP can be accessed anywhere, from anywhere, any place, at any point of time, from any device, provided it should have browser support. So you can access this using a HTML link, HTML or web link. SAP can be accessed immediately just if you have this HTML or web link. Whereas this SAP desktop login, you need to install this software in your desktop, and then your company will provide an SAP user ID and password. With the help of that, you can log in into the system. So SAP Logon is nothing but it is also called as SAP GUI. This is called nothing but GUI is nothing but graphical user interface. Okay. So you can log in the SAP using this GUI. What are the two types of people who will log in? Business end user who will do the day-to-day activities, and then you will also have your consultant who will be making some settings and assisting the business end users for their day-to-day business operations. Two types of people can access the SAP. Okay, so now let's quickly jump into the system and let's see what is this login or how SAP software looks like, and what is this SAP logon and what is SAP Fiori. So let me open the software for you. So this is how an SAP software looks like, but I'll show you from start. So I connected to a remote desktop where SAP software is already installed, and here you can see a icon with SAP logon. You just have to double click on this, and here it is opening SAP GUI for Windows application. So here you can see this is how the application looks like. So here the theme that here we have is ECC theme. So SAP comes up with many themes. I'll tell you what each theme looks like. So here you see there is one system, that is S/4HANA system. SID stands for system identification. Every system is identified with a 3-digit naming convention. Okay. And here you have the server and the instance from where the SAP you can access. And if your organization has multiple systems, like you have development, test, quality, all those will be listed down here. All these are nothing but different SAP systems. So here, since we are only doing some test prep. So for preparation, for just for some practice purpose, we only have one server, but in reality, every company will have minimum 3 servers. Okay, be it development, test, and production. And now I am logging to this practice SAP server. So you log in here and you see there is a client, user, and password. SAP can be accessed in multiple languages. You don't have to log in it with only English. SAP supports approximately some 56 languages. You have to install the languages. Your basis team will install the language setup that is required. Whatever you see here, everything can be seen in a different language as well. So it depends upon which logon language you wish to access the SAP with. Okay. So I have a user ID and password with me, and then I'm just logging into the system. Once you log in into the system, this is how you see the system. This is the SAP Easy Access screen. Right now, whatever theme you are seeing, this is a SAP signature theme. This is the most widely used SAP theme. Apart from that, you also have the latest theme that came with which is given as a default when you install. That is your SAP Belize theme, which comes with SAP S4HANA system. I'll also show you how it looks like. When you see this Belize theme, I log off and I'll again come log in back. Can you see the difference? This is more of a glossy and which is the latest one, but there is a drawback. It is not colorful. Everything is in blue. So here everything is in blue. It will make us little bit difficult to identify couple of options. Why SAP has made it blue, I think, so they wanted us to access the SAP Fiori. So Fiori is one other way of accessing the SAP. So this is the old way, log on desktop through desktop. It is the old fashion. You can also access the SAP in other way, which is the second one I'll show you. So you can keep changing the themes. Whatever the theme you want, you can change the theme. Belize theme or like your mobile themes, you can change the themes. Again, you can, this is the SAP signature theme. You can see it's a SAP. Again, it's back to signature theme. And if you want to find the version, so this is SAP software, fine. I logged inside the system. So I should know which version of software is this. Like in your mobile, you will find what is the version of OS I'm using right now. Am I getting good cyber security? I'm using banking applications. How far or how secure is my mobile phone? So you can validate it here. Go to system, go to status, and click on product version, see details. If you click here, you will see what are the different components. Your SAP has so many components of business. You can activate it depending upon your subscription. You can keep activating this different components. Our core modules, finance, SD, are available in S4 core. S4 core is the component that we need to activate to start with, and SAP basis people, they will activate the technical module that is required for them, user interface, gateway, whatever are the components, basic components that are required for them, they will activate them. But the FI component will be there in S4 core. And what is the product version? Which year release is this SAP software? The software release is from 2023. 2023 is the last release that was from SAP, which is available in the market. Right now, S4HANA on-premise. You see, this is the on-premise version of 2023. And this is the core release. What is the release number? 108. S4 core 108. So this is the component that is available, and mine is a SAP S4HANA 2023 version. Now, what are the two types of people who will access the system? Consultant and business end user. Your SAP total functionalities of your SAP is divided into three sections. First one is logistics, second one is accounting, third one is human resources. Your logistics module will contain all the other modules, like you might have seen material management, GRC, sales and distribution, logistics execution, extended warehouse management, transportation management, production planning, production process, PP, advanced planning, APO. You have plant maintenance, PM, customer service, quality management, logistics execution. You have many global trade systems, GTS, etc. Project systems, many are there. All this will be part of your logistics. Okay. And then next one, it is divided into accounting. Within the accounting, you have financial accounting, financial supply chain management, FSCM, controlling, central finance, enterprise controlling, strategic management, investment management, project systems, flexible real estate management, REFX, and bank applications. So these are all the different finance related modules. Till now, in our course, we are going to only concentrate on financial accounting and couple of controlling concepts. But in depth, if you want to learn, SAP is very big area. You can keep going on learning. So depending upon your expertise, everyone starts with financial accounting. You can also start with other modules, but yeah, given a chance, it's always recommended to go with financial accounting first and then learn the other ones, which is the root basic. And then you can also see another module, human resource. Here in your organization, every organization will have employees. It's up to us whether you wanted to use that HR activities or activate it, because SAP is a costly. You wanted to use the module or you wanted to manage it outside SAP. We have the option, but SAP has this HR components as well. personal management, time management, payroll, like how many leaves a particular employee has taken and what is his salary, and accordingly deducting that, this payroll application, and your organizational training needs management. If you want to train your employee, how that is handled in an ERP, everything is there in the human resources. SAP human resources module is not so famous. SAP, to bridge this gap, entire industry, they have a product called SAP. You might have heard SuccessFactors. SuccessFactors is a HR friendly application. So it is purely used for HR applications. As you know, SAP has acquired this company and they named it as SAP SuccessFactors. SuccessFactors is a third party company. They bought this company and they just named it in front of SAP in front of it. That's all. Okay. So now, what are the two types of people I mentioned? A consultant and an end user. Two people will be accessing the system. The easy access screen that you see here, this screen is for business end users. They will do all their business activities in the business end user. A business end user will do all their finance activities, SD activities, activities in the easy access screen. Whereas a consultant will access the SPRO screen. So this box is called command field of SAP. Here you can enter the transaction codes. So you can give commands to SAP. What is this transaction code? This is the shortcuts of different ABAP programs. SAP has lakhs of screens. For every screen, if you want to navigate, you can go through the paths. You can go through like, okay, I go to accounting, I go to financial accounting, I go to general ledger, I go to document entry. Then here you see FB50. If I click on that, it will take me to the FB50 screen. Instead of clicking so many times, I directly wanted to come to this screen. What I can type is, I can type here FB50. If I type it, I can directly come to this SAP screen. For some of them, when you access the SAP system, you might not be able to see this transaction code evident here. This transaction code might not be visible to you. In that case, you have to go to extras, settings, display technical names. You have to ensure this display technical names is checked. If it is checked, only then you will be able to see the transaction. So if you see now, you are not able to see the shortcut name of this particular screen. So you can go settings, display technical names, and then click on continue. So tick mark is called continue button in SAP. So now if you see, you can directly go here. I type FB50. First, I will show you this. Accounting, financial accounting, general ledger accounting, document. Now you can see this FB50. So this FB50, I want to directly navigate. I will type it here and it will take immediately to that screen. It is a command field. This particular here in this command field, we keep entering the transaction code. Every ABAP screen is developed using an ABAP programming language. So this particular screen is called via this program. You can't remember this. So what SAP has done is, different modules are there in SAP. Like you have finance, you have sales, so logistics, so on. For each module identification, all the transactions that are belonging to finance, it will start with EF. In this case, you are just entering a general ledger document in the system. So here the transaction started with FB50. These are the standard transactions provided by SAP, which are nothing but the shortcut names of programs. You can't remember and type the programs all the time. So they have renamed or given a short name for all the above programs or different screens where you can access the SAP system directly. So finance related transactions mostly start with EF. Your SD related transactions start with alphabet V. Your transactions will start with M and E, like that, so on. So this is one quick identification. Okay, if a particular transaction code is given to you, to which module it belongs to, you can easily identify. Anyhow, I'll go into that detail during our discussion related to the activation of finance in the SAP. So now you understood there are two types of people. Business end user will access this screen, and consultant who will do the settings in the SAP, he will access SPRO screen. SPRO screen looks like this. Here is the where you do the customization. Here you do the settings. SAP provides the standard paths for customization that is called SAP Reference IMG. If you go through there, it will show you the list of configuration options available in the SAP system. IMG means Implementation Guide, SAP Reference Implementation Guide. If you click on this, you can see all the different configuration options that you can do in SAP. These are so many. You have a lot of configurations you can do. For financial accounting, you can see here one inside the other, one inside the other. The list goes on. Okay. So this is about your SPRO and your easy access screens. And in some projects you see, apart from this is the SAP reference IMG is the standard implementation guide provided by SAP. In your organization, if in case you wanted to restrict, you don't want your business to or any of your consultants to touch the unnecessary areas of the SAP system. You don't want them to touch unwanted configurations in the system and make the system unstable. What you can do is few of the options of standard SAP, you can pull them and create them as a projects here. So in that case, you can create it as an enterprise IMG or a project IMG. If you want your people to record or make changes only, so every time consultant will be assigned to a particular project. So you wanted them to use the options only available in that particular projects. You will ask them to only access it through project IMG instead of going to standard IMG. Project IMG is nothing but here you have some 45 to 50 options available, right? These many options will not be there. Only one or two you will bundle together them to, and you will create one project. So those particular consultant who belongs to that particular project can only access those options related to a particular project. That's all. This is about your SAP Logon. And next, coming to another way of accessing your SAP system is your Fiori. You can open Fiori in two ways. One through transaction code. So you can see here UI2, user interface 2, FLP, Fiori Launchpad. So here in SAP, if you want to open a new window, always you have to give /n and /UI2, user interface 2 /FLP, Fiori Launchpad. If you click on this, system will throw a pop-up of Google. It will try to access this web link using your browser. And here also you can access the SAP. You can enter your SAP user ID. Same way here also it will ask in which language you want to access the SAP system. I wanted to access it in English. So I get the SAP. This will load all the apps. So we are living in a world of apps. In good old days, you used to navigate for everything. Suppose if you want to browse Amazon, you used to go to www.amazon.com and you used to browse whatever the product you want. But for our convenience today, everything is apps driven. So Amazon will put up app on an app store or your Play Store. You can go download it from that stores and you can install that application in the system once you log in, and every time the login remains for yourself, right? So it's the world of apps. Same way, if you want to access any Instagram, you will never go to web browser and type www.instagram.com, or your life is made convenient and everything is customized according to your requirement, right? You don't want to access your entire SAP options available in the system. When we logged into the SAP Logon and when we logged into this SAP GUI in the earlier way of accessing the SAP system, you saw so many options. Even though I am not a consultant or I am not an SD consultant, I was able to see all the options provided by SAP. See here, even though I am not an even though I'm not an SD person, if I go to logistics, if I go to sales and distribution, if I go to some sales, if I click on inquiry, if I click on this, when I click on this, system will say you are not authorized to access. But I am seeing this option unnecessarily. There is my screen space is wasted unnecessarily, and it's a distraction for me. To make our life easy and comfortable, SAP has come up with depending upon your employee role. So you are an employee, senior employee, junior employee belonging to a finance department, sales department, logistics department, depending upon your job role. whatever applications are required for you. These applications are all nothing but transaction codes or SAP screens you can access. Okay, instead of giving you the full access of the system or showing you displaying everything, and when you click on it, no authorization stuff, saying that whatever is required for you, only that particular applications are customized on your job role, and it will be displayed on the screen. You can directly come and just uh, click on those apps. Here, this is a uh, here we have the complete access, so you are able to see lot of headings, and in each heading you will see lot of apps again. But in reality, you will not have more than 15-20 apps access or 30 applications access. These many will not be there. Since it's a test system, we have the full access of the apps, and it is taking a lot of time to load. And this Fiori applications are of different types. You have multiple Fiori applications available. What are the different types of Fiori apps we have is, we have transaction based apps, we have analytical based apps, we have fact sheet based apps. So what are transaction based apps? So whenever you wanted to record some data or you wanted to perform a particular activity in the system, you directly enter a transaction code in Logon GUI, right? Same transaction code is created as an app here in Fiori. Fiori is another extended software provided by SAP to access the SAP software. It is an extended GUI, logon, like logon. This is Fiori is another way of accessing. So here every transaction is created as an app. So it is directly displayed on the screen. Just click on it and you can go and perform the action. This is transaction based app. Second one is analytical based app. Now you wanted bar chart representation of all your organizational apps. So you don't want to see this. You wanted to check what is the status of the payments. I don't see any bar graph related here currently. Here you can see. So you wanted to see what is the status of the batch jobs, that and all. Currently, there is no data since this is a test system. What is the status of the jobs? How many are successful? How many are failed? If you wanted to see a pie chart related things, you can get through this analytical application. You can get it directly. Whereas if you want to see the migration status, what is a project is going on, it's loading, it is taking a lot of time. You can see the bar graph representation of that. Next, third type of applications you have Fiori is fact sheet based app. For example, I'm a finance person. So, if you browse Amazon, you browse for a product, there will be recommendations below, right? They'll say business users also checked for this product. User also bought this product along with this. Many customers also viewed this product. They also added this product to their cart when they are browsing. You get such kind of options. When you get such kind of options, you feel like, okay, this might be worthy enough and I will try that out. Amazon does that. Same way, your SAP Fiori, you are performing a particular business transaction. Suppose you are doing the invoicing for customer. So you issued some invoice to customer asking him to pay. What is the next time you came back and you opened the invoice? What is the next action you might take? Your customer might be willing to make the payment, and that is the reason you opened the invoice. In below your SAP screen, you'll be given balance check of the customer, your customer payment shortcuts. You'll be given all the shortcuts listed below. What is the next action you might take? Such kind of recommendations will be bundled and created in fact sheet based applications. For example, one such thing you have, it is for payments. I can go for uh, let's see, we have one app related to payments. For that, it is taking a lot of time to load. Give me a second. Fiori is comparatively slow to log on. Many of them still use, they prefer to use this logon itself. Yeah, it's not giving any. So this apps are not available. All the apps are not activated in this test system. I will try from here. Anything else? Customer accounts. If you go for here, yeah, accounts is available. This is a fact sheet based app. Overview. where you wanted to see the high level overview of multiple things. Let it see how it loads. It's taking time. You wanted to see multiple things at a single place, multiple options of multiple actions performing. All of them are bundled here. In short, you can say one transaction can be called in another transactions if you create fact sheet based apps. Okay. So this is about SAP Fiori. In the next session, we will look about what are the different additional features that are added with SAP S/4HANA system. What are the releases till now SAP has undertaken?